Well, welcome back to This Week in Hockey here in our E&B Granite Studios as we are approaching the Alumni NHL and Blues All-Star Game here of All-Star Weekend. And who better to talk to than going back to my stomping grounds at LU, the head coach of the Lindenwood University men's ice hockey team, and, of course, a former St. Louis Blue himself, Rick Zombo. Coach, I get to call you Coach again. This is fantastic. Fine. That's cool, right? We're cool with that, right?
Yeah, we're good.
It's great to catch up with you, though. How are you?
I'm doing very well. This weekend, this sells Hockey St. Louis. It's unbelievable. For me personally, I haven't really studied the roster. I don't care who I'm playing with. I've probably played with half of these guys, which I haven't kept in contact with.
Yeah.
So the fun for the fans are going to be out there. People that remembered and the homage of back in the days. The fun and the yucks gets revisited again in the locker room.
Is that the best part?
For me, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it is. And out there, I just have to make certain I don't embarrass myself.
Or just make certain you embarrass somebody else, right?
No. If you really want to watch my skills on display, warm-up is where it's at.
Are you going bucket list on warm-up?
Hell yeah.
You have a flow that you need to...
I know.
You have a flow you need to keep going.
I know. I got a yarmulke in the back, though. I got to cover that up.
That's fantastic. Well, Coach, I remember talking to you during the playoffs last year, and we talked about just the growth of hockey in St. Louis. But this is my first chance to talk to you since this new facility has opened up. And, of course, your team and the women's hockey team play in this building. How fantastic is this compared to the building you guys were in before?
I'm not going to diss where we were. When you have something that you can call home, it's your home. You make it your home. And in Wentzville is more than adequate.
Yeah.
This is the show. To put my players, every one of them, every season, I'm so proud of our guys because I push them. Not anybody can play for Lindenwood, and we have success. Mm-hmm. But now it's center stage. Centene is the show place. This is about half as good as most American League programs. So the whole backside of the show, which is 2,500 seat bowl, is all Lindenwood. So I've got to make certain that I can pull my guys away from our 70-inch flat screen. We got a game that starts at 7:15. So the amenities and the resources that we have, as a coach, I like to keep my guys on edge, but it is extremely recruitable.
I was going to say, how much does that help recruitment? Because you already have a hell of a hockey team, but continue to bring in more and more players that grow the sport of hockey here in St. Louis.
It's huge. It is... It's a display. It's a showcase. We're in the process now at Lindenwood University, try to take a program from ACHA to Division I NCAA. We have a window of 2 years. Paperwork's being done. We're working our networking, which is kind of a filthy thing, but, you got to do the work in the business.
It's the dirty work, yeah.
Dirty work. But back in the 70s when SLU had their Division I program, it was prime. And now we have the facility. We have the university that's going to support it. And it's just a matter of getting and not losing the quality St. Louis zip code players. Yeah. That's the most important thing. So it's selling St. Louis hockey.
Now, are the players excited to come watch Coach in action, or did you tell them that's off limits? You can't come?
No, they came. I put my card down. I got 31 tickets.
Nice.
Which I paid for. And the demand for tickets, I had no idea.
Really?
Okay, so I told them realistically, I appreciate you there to support me. But this is a once-in-a-lifetime here in St. Louis. It's not so much us on the ice. Wait till you see the big players that don't go on the ice anymore.
Right.
I mean, just to be around everybody who is somebody in the NHL is here in Centene. It's here. Yeah, I remember back in the day, when it was a long time ago, when the Blue Jays were in the World Series, Shanny flew back to Toronto to watch a World Series game, made it back just in time for warm-ups. I mean, he's good enough he could play half as good. But when you have an opportunity for the Blue Jays to be in a World Series, you have to attend.
Right.
So I figured, college kids have no money. So I bought them tickets, and they're going to be here representing. Hopefully I don't embarrass them, but I'm not putting on a show, for them. It's just I want them to be immersed in what this weekend's all about.
Yeah, without question. So on the personal side of this one, Rick, and we've been talking with a bunch of alumni so far this evening, but you spent a majority of your career playing with the Detroit Red Wings, but you also spent a majority of the career playing here in St. Louis. Why was it important as an alumni to base yourself in St. Louis and continue that growth of hockey?
So years ago I was taught by Dennis Hextall, who was not only an alumni of Detroit Red Wings, but also University of North Dakota, which I attended. You have to make certain that you spend your summers amongst the people that fill the seats that pay your living. Mm-hmm. And it was the best lesson. And the nicest thing is you learn the tradition and the respect of the guys prior to you.
Right.
Okay? It is maybe paying homage is probably too strong a word. You have to learn that, and you have to teach that. And that's what makes being around hockey players so pleasant. It's the humility of hockey players. Mm-hmm. Everybody is approachable. So for me, being in St. Louis, it's and I love Detroit. People here treated me like Rick Zombo. They want to know who you are without your uniform on. Tell the person without the program. And it was very comfortable for me to raise my children here. Cost of living, very hospitable, rabid fans. Now we've had a taste of Stanley Cup success.
Yeah.
Before, it used to be you just work hard to give 100% effort, blue collar, we're close, we'll get them next year. Now the expectations have risen. And when I look at the roster, and what I'm most proud of is that every year I'm part of rebuilding the youth, bringing more and more, introducing more. Anybody could coach the high level, AAA. When you teach learn to play and you go into the grassroots, that's the numbers, that's the nucleus. And the reason why so many of these St. Louis players are doing very well, not only in the NHL, but on the way up, is you look at our roster, these guys that are Blues alumni that have made their home here have touched these kids inside the rinks and made some contribution to it. That's what I'm most proud of. You look at the whole lineup. Like I glanced at it, that's what we do. And they still do it. That's what's nice. It is, it's just a wonderful community for me. And it's, for me, everybody has houses, but when you can call St. Louis your home, it means something to everyone.
Well, and it goes to show you also, a sold-out crowd for this alumni game. That it's essentially a pickup game for a majority of these guys just to go out there and have fun, but fans want to come out and see it. So before we let you go, Coach, walking around, how many Rick Zombo jerseys have you seen yet? Because I've seen a couple.
They're expensive. I was trying to shop a few and buy a few. I ordered one. You know what's funny? This is a true story. A game wore jersey is probably a 2XL. You put a 2XL on like a nice woman, it's like a tent. So you can't really give a game worn, so you got to actually buy one to put some decent representation. But I know that families from my old neighborhood, you'll see a Bruins 34 out there and probably a Blues 4. I swear to God, I hope you don't see the Ronald McDonald jerseys out there. That was embarrassing. But who knows? When I played with the Blues, we were never caged in. We were always available.
Yeah.
We made certain that we're out. That was a big part about being a St. Louis Blues hockey player. Mm-hmm. I'm proud of it. I don't live in the past, but I don't forget the history and the memories that I had with it. And I was very appreciative.